As a photographer, credit is essential. If you get credit the right way, you're gonna start building your brand, you're gonna start getting more referrals, you can start raising your fees. If you don't get credit the right way, or enough, or at the right time, you're gonna get left behind. Now there's 4 really important situations that I think credit is appropriate. We're gonna talk about how you're gonna do it, how you're gonna ask for it, and by the way, what is too much and what is not enough? Should you be getting credit? For example, if you're getting a full-time job or a full rate, how should you be doing it in a nonprofit world or a charity world? Magazines and publications, or for test shoots. What's the protocol for test shoots? Because as photographers, no matter what type of photography you do, test shoot is a part of the equation. So let's go ahead and start with that first. Test shoots are really where we work for free, but with a purpose. If you're doing a free shoot just because you're afraid to ask for money, then that's a whole other detriment that I don't want to be a part of, and the people on this channel know that we don't do that. A test shoot is a free shoot still, but it's a free shoot with a reason and a purpose. But it's free with intention. It's free to get you from one point to another. For example, let's say you want to become a beauty photographer. That means for hair and makeup. And it's all shoulders and above. You have to have these examples in your portfolio for future clients to be able to hire you and to see what you are capable of. Now, in a test shoot, how should you be getting credit and should you be getting credit? And I'm gonna go ahead and speak to photographers, but I'm also going to speak to the whole crew and how you as a photographer can position people. As a photographer, you are the lead in any situation. You're the person that's putting the vision together. You're the one that's calling the shots. You're the one that really is the overall visionary of the whole thing. It is your job to put out the call sheet for the test shoot. On that call sheet, it is your job to make sure that you put the following words. What that means is you will credit the production assistant, you will credit the model, the hair, the makeup, the wardrobe, and the location, and nail artists, and anybody else that has contributed. That means the model is going to credit everybody, the nail artist is going to credit every single person, the PA is going to credit every single person. Now, when you appear on set, not everyone is going to follow everybody, right? So it is your job as the photographer to make sure that everybody is credited on that call sheet, and you say, please credit as the following. Photographer at Walid.Azami. Anybody contributed to that day and they contributed without pay, they should be credited. On the photograph, in the caption, and if they share it to the stories, please do so. If you're the photographer, it is essential that your network finds out about me and that they find out about the model and the agency and the location and everybody. That's how it works. That's why we're all contributing our talents for free. What about charity? So there's a lot of nonprofits. There are a lot of really, really great causes. And how do you get credit as a photographer, especially if you are not getting paid for this charitable work? Despite the name nonprofit, they can be very, very profitable. And without your photographs, without your video work, it's really, really difficult for them to be able to fundraise. You are an essential part of this organization. With your pictures is how they tell story, is how they fundraise, which is how they grow their fundraising. If you have not received payment and you're contributing your time to a really great cause, the best way to ask for credit is the following. There's actually 4 different ways that you should be getting credit from a nonprofit. The first one is credit before the event in the program. So it'll say, for example, the Humane Society of Los Angeles is very proud to present an amazing gala tonight. All photography is courtesy of so-and-so. Please feel free to contact them at website, email, phone number, whatever you wish. People need to know who is taking the pictures. People need to know who they need to contact in case they want a copy of the pictures. And people need to know who to support because they supported a cause that is really near and dear to them. I hate that phrase, near and dear, and I just said it. Near and dear to them. All right, I said it. That's in the program book and that's printed way ahead of time. So that's something that you're gonna have to put in an email and explain to them why it's important to you. If they choose not to give you that much space in a program book, there are so many other charities that can benefit from your beautiful photography. keep it moving. The second way is before the event starts. It would be very proper and very expected for them to present you on stage as somebody that will be walking around and photographing this event and getting amazing group shots and things of the donations and the events and everybody. It's important to do this, and it's important to ask for this type of special attention, special credit, because it puts the guests at ease. They know exactly that you are hired by the charity or the nonprofit and that you're going to be taking beautiful pictures of them, and those pictures are also going to be available to them. But the second part is really essential in this too, is that you are now letting the people in the crowd know that you are available for hire, that you are doing this out of the goodness of your heart, and that you're not getting paid, or you're getting paid a very small fee, and that it would be encouraging for your business and for the community to support you, no matter what kind of photography you do, and to be able to ask you for your contact information, or to present you with their business card, or ask for your card. The third way, I think, is the least common way, just because there's so much going on at an event that the organizer, or one of the key organizers of the event, can walk you to key people who could become potential future clients. This is a little bit unlikely, so it is a big ask, and I would go for the 3 other things that I mentioned, one more following this, because they're already busy and they're fundraising for their own event. But the fourth way is a way that really is effective. This can happen before or after an event. That means you can say, please introduce me to 8 or 10 donors that you think would really benefit from my expertise. This is incredible credit. So forget about their organization's Instagram or their Twitter account. One-on-one credit is the best way. For example, if you work for a nonprofit that I'm close to and I'm organizing this, and you donate your photography time and your session time, and I now am gonna meet with you, let's say the following Monday, and say, hey, John, thank you so much for the very generous donation. So much is gonna go to the Humane Society because of your donation. I also wanted to attach 3 to 4 of my favorite photos of you at the event, and also CC'd in this email is our amazing photographer, and then your name. The third one is paid jobs. I get a lot of photographers that say, Walid, if I'm getting my full rate, should I be getting credit? Should I expect credit on their social media account? After the sip, I'll let you know. Not at all. Because the reason why we do test shoots, the reason why you will go to nonprofits, and the reason why you would go and put yourself out there is because you want to get paid clients, and clients that really respect your full rate, and clients that are willing to pay your full rate. So if you already got that end goal, then credit is appreciated, but it's not expected. And you should never expect that. And you should never really ask your clients to credit you. But you should be crediting them. So when you post it on your social media accounts and you're very proud of the work, you should credit everybody. That makes it more likely that that client, even though they paid you your full rate, even though they may not have credited you on their own post, that they're more than likely to share your post, and then you get credit through a second-hand or second-degree method. But remember, if you get paid your full rate, you are not entitled to credit. It's kind, it's appreciated, but you're not expected. Now, what if you get paid a lesser rate? See, they don't know what your full rate is, what your half rate is. You have to specify that. You have to tell them, I'm working below my rate in exchange for the barter, okay? In exchange for credit. Give you an example of explaining things. I would like to be credited because they can't read your mind, and they don't know what a photography business does. So you have to fill in that because for them. Because so much of my business is through word of mouth, and because you're such a reputable business that when you use me, a lot of other brands would be more inclined to use my services because you did, and you're a leader in the community. When you put that down, 99.9% of people are going to credit you, because I think not 99, but 98% of people are really good people. The fourth one, probably the one that you've been wondering the most, is how do you get credit if you're doing an editorial? Now, for the sake of this video, let's say editorial is any kind of print and any kind of blog that has to do with, like, let's say fashion, if that's what you're into, or you're into photographing automobiles and it's like an automobile website or blog. Let's call all of it editorial. Let's break it down into the web first and then the print one second. It's really important that you get these terms hammered down before you ever pick up your camera and you take pictures. It's like there's a bee buzzing sound or something. Now, as far as getting credit in web editorial, generally it would be the photographer, it would be wardrobe stylist, and maybe hair and makeup. If everybody got paid on set, then you don't have to get credit. If no one got paid, then they should be getting credit. And it's your job to make sure that you spearhead that campaign and you make sure that that happens and that they have the opportunity to have somebody fight for them. For web, you ask for a direct link to everyone's work. So you will say, please credit as following: photographer, Walid Azami. And then the Walid Azami will be hyperlinked to walidazami.com or my Instagram. On print, generally it goes to the photographer and maybe a stylist or hair and makeup, but generally it stops at photographer. That's okay because that's us, right? But it's really difficult and it's very expensive to get that real estate on print. So in a magazine, you want to make sure that you ask for credit for everyone. But on magazine credit, you should ask for a certain font size. Like you should say, I don't want it to be in the spine, because who opens something up and is like, oh, it's written right in there? Nobody is gonna do that. You want it underneath the main photograph or on top of the photograph, because that photo is gonna have legs and it's gonna go all the way out there. So that's how people find out that you did the work. You gotta ask for credit. If you want more photography help, you wanna grow your photography business, then sign up for my free photographer survival package. That is the free newsletter down in the description of the show notes. If you're looking for advice on how to grow your photography business by charging more, by starting just to even charge in the first place, I have a new mini course on photography pricing. It's made by me for you. So it's not any pricing course. It is a pricing course by a photographer for a photographer. It's gonna be a game changer for you. And the reason why I say game changer, I've said this in a few other videos, is because of this. Next year at this time, you're not gonna be in the same place. Next year at this time, you're gonna be doubling, tripling, or quadrupling your business. If you wanna learn more about having a successful photography business, I think you should watch this video. It's gonna help you out a lot. I'm gonna go over some pitfalls that you wanna avoid and continue telling you how to have a successful photo business. My name is Walid Azami. I'll talk to you next time, and thank you so much for watching. Click subscribe. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.